Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. I am going to explain the various options that are available to manage sites, users, and admins in Bold Reports. First, let me log into my report server with administrator credentials. And then open the User Management Server, or UMS page. Here you will see the list of sites that are already created in the report server. Let me explain a little bit about managing sites in Bold Reports. In the list, the first column displays the name of the site. Suppose a company contains more than one team, and each team's reports need to be managed separately. One team's members should not have access to the other team's site. To enforce this, you can create a new site and assign users to it. If you would like to know how to create a site, I have added a link to our video on this topic in the description below. I click one of the sites to navigate to its profile page. Here, Syncfusion is the site name. The site URL, client ID, client secret, storage type, and status display information about the site. You can use this client ID and client secret information for REST API authentication. There is a Users option in the top panel. Open it, and you will see the list of users who have access to the site. By clicking the Add User button, a dialog to enter the user's information will be displayed. Here, enter the user's information in the necessary fields. Clicking Add will give the user access to the site directly. And at the same time you will see the user is added to the user list. In this page you will also see the Grant Access button. By clicking that, the Grant Access to Users dialog will open. Here, the list of users who don't have access to the site is displayed. I select one or all of the users, and then click Grant Access. You will see the users are given access. If you give access to a user by mistake, then you can revoke it by hovering over the user, and then selecting Revoke Access in the Actions column. Confirm the action, and the access will be revoked. To revoke access for multiple users, hold the Control key on the keyboard while selecting the users. And then click the Revoke Access button. Confirm the action. To go back to the Sites page, I click the back icon. The next column is the site URL column. Clicking the URL will redirect us to the site. The next column displays the date and time the site was created. This tenant type column displays the tenant type we selected while creating the site. And the status column displays the status of the tenant. Here, the option icon has a list of additional options. The first option is the Suspend option, which suspends the site access. I click that. And then confirm the suspension. Once confirmed, the status is changed to Suspended. I open the suspended site. To activate the suspended site, select the Activate option. And confirm activation. After that, the status is changed. And the site will be active when I open it. Next, you will see an Edit option which is used to edit the site. Clicking it will open the Edit Site window, and you will see all the options available to us for editing the site. Here I will change the site name to Syncfusion Developer Site, and the site identifier to Syncfusion Developer. Then I click Next. The next page is where you can configure the database to create and share reports. Once all the required fields are updated, I just click the Update button. You will see the site confirmation message, and the fields in the site list are also updated. If you want to delete the created site, click Delete. It will delete the site, tables other than Bold Reports tables, and the database. Let's move on to managing users. I click Users to open the Users page. And you will see the list of users who have already been added in the UMS. Similar to the Sites page, here the first column is the name column, which displays the name. On clicking one, we will be taken to the user profile page. In this page, you will see detailed information about the user. Once the user is added, you will not be able to edit their information. You can only change their password, which you can do by clicking the Change Password option. Here you can enter the password and update it. Clicking the Back button will go back to the user's page. The next column is the username column, which displays the username. The email address column displays the email ID. And the role column displays whether the user has the admin role. The email verification column displays the status, completed or pending. Next, the status column displays whether the user is active or inactive. The View option under More Options will redirect to the user profile page. And the Delete option is used to delete the user. You can also delete the user by clicking the Delete option in the user profile page. Once the user is deleted, their access to the sites will be revoked. Next, we will see how to add a user in the UMS. Here you can add a user individually, or import multiple users from a CSV file. Before going into that, let me explain the account activation mode, and how the fields vary based on the account activation mode. In the Account Settings page, if the account activation mode is automatic, then adding a new user will automatically activate their account. If the activation mode is email, then the user will receive an email for activating their account when you add them as a user. The user account will not be activated, and their status will be inactive until they activate their account. The activation link sent to the user is valid for only 2 days. We're going to add a user again, but this time we're going to look at how the fields change depending on the activation mode. I click Add User, which opens the Add User dialog. If the account activation mode is email, the fields in the Add User dialog will be username, email address, first name, and last name. If the account activation mode is automatic, the fields will be username, email address, first name, last name, and password. I enter the necessary fields, and the password should be valid. By clicking the Add button, the user will be added to the list. As I have mentioned before, we can add multiple users at once by importing them from a CSV file. For this, I click Add User, and then click Import from CSV. We are directed to an Import Users page. If you want to see the template of the CSV file, then click Download Template, which will download the sample file. I open the downloaded file, and the fields that are necessary are in it. Here I have randomly generated a CSV file with 10 users. Next, I upload the CSV file by clicking the icon next to Browse File Path, and then upload the file. Once the upload is completed, the users and their information are listed. Now I click the Import Users button. After confirmation, it will redirect to the users page, and we can see the users are added to the list. Let's move on to granting site access to the users. For that, I select the users from the user list, or select multiple users by holding the Control key. I click the Grant Site Access button. It displays the Grant Access to Sites dialog, where you can see the site list. Select a site or multiple sites, and click the Grant Access button. Once access is given, the Manage User Access dialog will open, which displays the number of users who have access to the selected sites. If a user already has access to the site, then that user will not be included in the count. To download the user report in CSV format, click here. Open the file to see the detailed report. Finally, let me show how to manage the admin role in UMS. Select a user or multiple users so that the Make Admin button is enabled. Click that. and confirm the action by clicking Yes in the Assign Role dialog. Now the role of the selected users is changed to admin. I can also assign the admin role by selecting the Make Admin option under the option icon in the user list, or by selecting the Make Admin option in the user profile page. To remove admin access, select the Remove Admin option under More Options and confirm the action. In the same way, you can revoke admin access by clicking Remove Admin in the user profile page. Let me summarize the main points that we discussed in this video. We have seen how to manage sites and users in bold reports. We have also seen how to add a single user or multiple users from a CSV file, how to grant site access to users, and how to assign and revoke admin access. If you find this video useful, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.